All right, and we are on episode 2 with my brother Matthew, Possibly Insane Podcast, just talking about our fucking story ideas and shit.
Well, if you think about it, this is really weird because you guys will hear this, a couple days later.
Yeah.
I'm doing it right after, just one after another here.
They're going to hear the first one tonight, and then I'll fucking drop the second one later. However many we do, kind of space it out a little bit.
I think it's funny how we left it talking about that other one, about our story there, and all of a sudden we just... So hey, this is new, different one, but it's the same thing for us.
Yeah, we're diving back into the same story pretty much too. It's like, so yeah, that's just one of our ideas for basically Earth, and that's like this. It's weird because a lot of our shit, like we start in this universe, the real universe, and then through the magic of our stories, this other universe that we've created.
In the stories themselves, this other universe that we are creating at this moment in time, you yourselves get to. It's a spoiler. I can't.
No spoilers. They'll have to see that.
It's exciting though.
Yeah, we're just generating interest right now. Hopefully we're.
I'm not good at this. I almost ripped them out some spoilers today.
Hopefully we're generating some future future readers, and
I'm sure at least one person that reads this in the next fucking 5 years will read one of our stories.
And I'm sure if we drop some spoilers,
or listens to this.
I'm sure if we drop some minor spoilers, it won't be that huge of a deal.
Because that would have been a major spoiler.
No major spoilers. But yeah, so it's like we're starting. I mean, we have this universe, the real world, but that's just like it just ties like. And then this other universe is born where 99% of everything we will write about is...
But another thing I really want to stress here is there's not going to be a lot, if any, real interaction between the two universes.
Yeah, very, very little. Very little. So, I'm just talking about that there is a connection.
Yeah. Well, if there was no connection, how would we write the two universes in the same storyline?
I feel like the only connection that we're probably really going to make is, the very beginning.
Yeah.
And then, like with this story that we just talked about on the last episode, Earth and
that
also
future. Factors into our universe.
Yeah, it's kind of like going to complete somewhat of a cycle, but we're not going to talk too much about that because that's a spoiler.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then like that, I feel like that's an interesting one, but we really haven't even touched on the stories that we're really excited about.
Oh yeah, no.
I
get into something like that, and it'll feel like you guys have read it already.
But I think they might still be interested in reading it. I think when you hear,
you want to give them, maybe the first piece of the reincarnation.
You dropped the reincarnation word out there already, so I guess let's just tell them what it's about. Let's just tell them what it's about. They'll fucking, if they want to read it, they're gonna read it. Like I don't think anybody's gonna be like, oh, they fucking told me a secret. Now I don't want to read it. I think
I don't want to touch too much into the first two because we haven't really diverged a lot into those two.
Yeah, I feel like those ones are gonna basically the reincarnation story is technically, if you want to be OCD about it, it's technically the third book in a very 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 long series. But it's
the first series we've thought of that is involved in this new universe.
Yeah, it's the very first story that takes place in this new universe. Now, it's not the first. The creation of the universe is also a story, but this is the very first story that takes place
in the universe itself.
In the universe after it's been created, and it focuses on two characters.
What can we say? Or no?
We don't like people. So let's just fucking say it. These characters are us.
Yeah, it's two brothers. You could be, the two, me and Kevin here.
Yep.
Or Kevin and I, if you want to get specific about it.
Grammatically correct.
Yeah. So it's going to be about Kevin and I,
and basically our characters are reincarnated. We're not going to explain
why.
Yeah, we're not going to. We're not going to explain any of our original character development because that comes in the first two books that we're not going to talk about because that's the story we're working on right now, the reincarnation one. We're kind of gonna release it chapter by chapter on a few different websites and see if we can't generate some donations, just to try to see if we can get some money trickling in for these writing projects because it's it's a major pain in the ass trying to
write without any motivation.
Yeah, it's for me. It's like we've got these projects, we want to write them, but it's such a daunting task to think about. Okay, let me spend a year writing this book, try to get it published while I'm trying to find a job, and do that type of shit. So,
but we can say we have the first chapter done.
We have the first chapter written. I won't say it's readable for the public yet, but it's going to be very soon. It's going to be. We're going to have it. Hopefully, we'll find a website to throw it up on.
And then we will, or you. I don't know if I'll be there at that moment, but you will. The listeners will find out which website we've had it on.
I'll do. I mean, once it's up there for people to read, I'll talk about it on Facebook and throw links and all that shit and get links up for my website. But yeah, basically, this universe has been created, and our characters are reborn inside this universe, and it's a kind of you. Let's let you talk about it a little bit.
Well, yeah, our two characters,
I'm gonna grab a little bit of snow. I got cotton mouth, man. I got nothing to drink.
Shit. Okay, so basically, our two characters, we're the same age we are now, which is 32 and 24. And we're just on one of our walks one day. We're walking around town, and all of a sudden we black out. Right, and when we come to, we feel different.
Yeah, so
we don't know why, but just something feels different.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, this car that's driving by veers off straight towards us, trying to hit us for some fucked up reason.
Straight up tries to mow us down.
And we're like, what the fuck, dude? Yep. We gotta fucking get out of there fast, right?
Yep.
And
well, and like they try to mow us down. They fucking crash into a building. And
they have no thought whatsoever after what happens after they mow.
Yeah, they just go ape shit. They try to mow us down. They crash in this fucking building, and we're like, oh fuck, dude, these guys are trying to fuck us up.
But for some fucked up reason, we still go over there and try to help them out. Like, maybe their fucking brakes went out or whatever. You know?
But and then they fucking like they're fucked up from the accident, but they start exiting the vehicle. And they just straight up, 28 days later, chasing our ass.
Yeah, they come at us. Yeah. They come at us like fierce. Like they fucking gone insane or something.
We gotta incapacitate these motherfuckers, with some kung fu skills. And
well, we don't really have kung. They're already hurt, so we just kind of hurt them more and then run away.
Well, yeah. What I mean by kung fu skills is my completely untrained ability to beat someone's ass. Like we just defend ourselves.
Yeah.
And then and in this process, more people they just out of nowhere they just fucking start trying to attack us. But we gotta run. We get the fuck out of there.
Yeah,
we gotta run.
Like we get out as fast as possible.
But we definitely don't have to give them like step by step.
Oh shit.
But we're basically so these motherfuckers are trying to kill us, and we're just trying to figure out how to survive. For some reason, something happened when we were on our walk and we blacked out and came to. Like something changed. Like at this point, something changed, and everyone once we get to a certain vicinity of like they just try to kill us. Like they
no. See, something changed in us. Something changed.
Well, we don't have to explain what changed. We just something changed, and now these people are trying to kill us.
Yeah, okay.
And we don't know why. And it's just like they just go into this pure rage. It's weird. We don't understand why they're doing it. They're just trying to fucking kill us, and we're trying to survive. And to kind of try to progress it a little bit without giving every fucking detail chapter by chapter here, because this ain't a fucking audiobook.
We come to find out that there's other people similar to us.
Yeah, there's other people similar to us.
Similar situation that we are in.
Yeah, like he was saying earlier, something set off a change in a small percentage of humanity, and fuck, I'm getting sidetracked here, bogged down. But
not because we've got it. We can go through the entire fucking book.
Yeah, but
this one sitting is hard to give little pieces without giving an entire story.
But basically, as the story progresses, we start to learn a few things that are kind of spoilers that I don't really want to give.
We won't do it.
But like there's other characters. It's going to be a super dramatic experience where we try to save some people and some people get fucked up. And we start to slowly realize that we have certain abilities. Each one of us has, these certain abilities. For me, I'm more of a.
We're gonna get into the abilities too.
A little bit,
a little bit. Okay.
It's like kind of like.
Yeah, all right, and they'll have fun reading
because
how it happens.
Yeah, this kind of explains a little bit of like what's going on.
Okay.
Like these the small percentage of people that were affected. They all. I don't like calling it the Force or some shit, but it's something.
They all get a type of ability.
Yeah, it's something. It's something where it's like something is unlocked in the brain or inside the mind, and you're now
in DNA itself.
Yeah, or this could be just something has happened, and this small percentage of people are able to tap into certain abilities. And my abilities are more in the mind, more of a mental fucking what's the word, cultivation. Like I'll cultivate the mind, some deep meditation, maybe learn some fucking sweet psychic wizardry and shit like that.
But that's
that's like we're just discovering that these things are starting to happen in the first book.
And me, I have basically tap into a primal instinct, and I can feel when something's off, or something, like a sixth sense almost.
Yeah, and his abilities are a lot more physical. Like he's going to be the stronger of the two hand-to-hand combat. He's going to be
more practical of the ability for this first book.
Yeah, he's going to be more of a tank. More of a he's going to cultivate his physical abilities and shit like that. Whereas me, I'm more of the spiritual and mental kind of guy.
What's really exciting though is I'm not going to get into it, but the path that we've set on for our characters, the way their abilities progress, and what happens.
I think what we need to do, because to really make this interesting, is like this first book is interesting and shit like that, but it's just the tip of the fucking iceberg.
All right, it's not even the tip. It's like the snow on the iceberg.
Yeah, it's just scratching the surface. Because by book 2, like
something amazing happens.
Yeah, and then it's such a huge twist, and it's just like holy fuck. Now like it's kind of like let's put it this way. Book 1 is kind of like waking up in the Matrix, and then book 2 is it's like it's not the Matrix, but we wake up to this whole.
Yeah. We get the Matrix out of your head. It's waking up to a new reality.
Yeah, it's waking up to a new reality, and now all of a sudden we have this whole new, basically, universe that we kind of have discovered to explore, and this series is not. It doesn't all take place on the same planet. It might not even all take place.
Oh shit!
Yeah, it might not even all take place in the same fucking galaxy, but it does take place with these two characters all within this universe. And as we progress from book to book, the abilities that we developed, get stronger and stronger.
It's gonna be very fun to read.
Yeah. So
and for you to read,
we get deeper and deeper. Like the book 1 starts off, on like an Earth place, type planet, and maybe a little more science.
I don't want to get into book 2 at all.
Yeah,
but leave it.
I'm getting into like the style.
Okay.
Like each book is gonna get more and more into like the fantasy type, like. I don't know, maybe a little bit of fucking Dragon Ball Z thrown in with some fucking Game of Thrones type shit every now. Like, just it's gonna be each book is gonna get bigger and bigger, and it's gonna be like, holy fuck, where are these guys going?
What's happening with this shit?
We've got about like roughly 5 to 6 book installment ideas. So like for each book, we know what happens
for that specific series.
For that,
we have at least 6 right now.
For these two characters, we've got about 6 books that we've like, okay, this is the beginning, this is the end. We just got to figure out how we get from point A to point B in each one of these books. And we've got about a minute left. But like, we don't even have to go into. Like, I don't want to go into details in the rest of those books. But it's
we'll leave it at that. So you guys got a little bit of what's going down in our first book.
So it's like I do want to compare it. This might be a shitty comparison, but I want to compare it to the anime Gurren Lagann, because it's like it starts off like in a village, almost like in a village underground. It's just a very small thing, but as the story progresses, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and like each chapter or each installment, each book is just like, holy fuck, they Gurren Lagann the fuck out of that, because now it's a whole new higher level. But yeah, I'm not going to repeat all that shit. You know where to find me. Fucking Positively Insane Podcast. Google it, YouTube it, Gmail my ass, fucking Facebook me, Jasmine Destroyer. We might do another episode. I don't know. We'll see. Peace.